Sweet Pip-Boy, brother. You hold on to
Now, I
that.
know you all are doing your own thing, but I don't want anyone here to forget what matters. Hey, Daisy, glad you could make it. How's my favorite girl doing? Did I see you whiskey the other day?
He wishes.
Dr. Amari?
Yes? I take it this isn't a social call.
Doctor, it's time for you to reverse death itself.
What?
I wouldn't have put it quite that way, but it's true. We need a dead man's memories. Guy named Kellogg.
Are you two mad? Putting aside the fact that you're asking me to defile a corpse, you do realize that the memory simulators require intact brains to function.
I mean, technically, the corpse was defiled already.
This dead brain had inside knowledge of the Institute, Amari. The biggest scientific secret of the Commonwealth. You need this, and so do we.
Fine. I'll take a look. But no guarantees. Do you have it with you?
Could you say that like Dr. Frankenstein? Ego, fetch me the brain. No?
No, I will not. Now, do you have it?
How much of the brain do you need exactly?
That is not an encouraging question. I suppose I'll have to make do with whatever you can find.
Here's what I could find.
What's this? This isn't a brain. This is... Wait, that's the hippocampus. And this thing attached to it? A neural interface?
Those circuits look awfully familiar.
I'm not surprised. From what I've seen, all Institute technology has a similar architecture.
Ray Smith, everybody?
So the brain is still good, right?
Possibly. There's no sign of decay, so the tech is probably preserving the tissue, injecting some kind of compound to keep it stable. But there's no way to access the memories inside without a compatible port.
You're talking about me, right? I'm an old synth. If the Institute built me out of similar parts, we might have an in.
There could be long-term side effects. I don't know where to even begin with listing the risks.
Don't bother. I don't need to hear them. Plug me in, Doc.
We should try plugging you into a toaster next. Fresh toast.
It's nice to know that even when I'm about to have a foreign object shoved into my noggin, you find new horrible ways to laugh at my expense.
Whenever you're ready, Mr. Valentine, just sit down.
If I start cackling like an old grizzled mercenary, pull me out, okay?
Diamond City history, and then beat people to death with it. Here's Sheldon Allman with Crawl Out Through the Fallout. Probably some bad advice overall. No, it rhymes.
Let's see here. I need you to keep talking to me, Mr. Valentine. Any slight change in your cognitive functions could be dire. Are you feeling any different?
There's a lot of flashes. Static. I can't make sense of any of it, Doc.
That's what I was afraid of. The mnemonic impressions are encoded. It appears the Institute has one last failsafe. There's a lock on the memories in the implant.
How do you lock memories?
The implant is encoding all the mnemonic activity in the hippocampus. Think of it like computer encryption, and we don't have the password. Let's see. A single mind wouldn't be able to crack it. But what if we use two? We load both you and Mr. Valentine into the memory loungers. Run your cognitive functions in parallel. He'll act as a host, while your consciousness drives through whatever memories we can find.
Nick and I are gonna share a mind? Yeah, I'm not gonna see him in any compromising positions, am I?
Yeah, if a smart mouth was all it took to solve problems, we would have found your son by now.
No. You won't have to worry about that. The only memories you'll access are the ones in the implant.
Any idea what I'm gonna see in there?
I have no clue. But considering we only have a single piece of the medial temporal lobe and not the whole brain, I doubt it'll be cohesive.
All right, let's get started.
Just sit down over there and keep your fingers crossed.
See you on the other side.
Hey,
Just let me know.
Initiating brainwave migration between the transplant and the host. Mnemonic activity coming from the transplant. It's degenerated, but it's there. We're going to load you into the strongest memories we can find. They might not be stable. Just hold on. Can you hear me? Ah, good. The simulation appears to be working, although the memories are quite fragmentary. I'll try to step you through the intact memories and hope we find one that gives us some clue to the Institute's location. There. This is the earliest intact memory I can find. Remember, you are experiencing these memories as Kellogg. This may prove disorienting at first.
Turn down the goddamn radio! I'm trying to sleep!
Dad was either drunk or not around. I guess he must have run with one of the raider gangs, but I never really knew what he did. Don't know why Mom was with him. Maybe at some point in his life he wasn't a complete asshole.
All 5 states have now signed on, which means that as of this moment, we are all
I was such a dummy back then. What did I know about how the world worked? I think now she wanted me to kill him. I should have. Instead, I ended up running away. I told myself I wanted to find somewhere out from under the thumb of the NCR and all their rules. But really, I was running from the guilt of not protecting her from Dad. Yeah, it doesn't matter now, though.
New California Republic. I'm sure that's good.
Mom knew how it was. She wasn't soft, but,
This
she
doesn't
loved
seem
me
to be what we're looking
in her
for.
way. And she protected me
There appears
from
to be
Dad.
another intact memory close to you.
That
in
cost her more than a
Temple.
few beatings.
There.
I never knew what happened to her after
Try
I
that
left. I didn't want to know. Not then. It's gonna be fine. You'll see.
But we don't know any...
Whatever made me think that a guy like me should have a daughter? No, I never deserved her. Not for 1 second.
Buddy here. And now with the baby?
Come on, Sarah, you've got to give it a chance. I finally got steady work with a good outfit. Nothing like that in the NCR these days.
No, I'm not saying this was a mistake. I'm just...
The thing about happiness is you only know you had it when it's gone. I mean, you may think to yourself that you're happy, but you don't really believe it. Focus on the petty bullshit or next job or whatever. It's only looking back, by comparison with what comes after, that you really understand that's what happiness felt like.
Are you sure these guys know what they're doing?
I was the worst thing that ever happened to her. If she'd never met me, she'd have stayed in the hub, maybe hooked up with someone who didn't kill people for a living. Probably been happier than she was with me. Almost certainly lived longer.
Seem kinda green.
I know, but that's where I come in. Just wait. In a few years, I'll be running my own crew. As soon as I make the connections I need. Then I can give you anything you want. And little Mary, too.
I never worried about you before. Must be my mama instincts kicking in.
Let's keep looking. I'll connect you to the next intact memory.
How did you think this was gonna end, Kellogg? You thought you could just fuck with us, and we wouldn't fuck with you? Just so you know, they died like dogs. And you weren't there to help them.
I found another memory to try. I'll connect you.
Mind if we sit down?
Suit yourself. There's always someone who wanted someone else dead. Sometimes just roughed up, but dead was usually what they wanted. Sometimes they thought they could cheat me. That was usually only when I first arrived somewhere. Didn't matter to me. I just took it as part of the job. Little extra thrown in for free. I always got paid in the end. One way or another. was always a job for someone like me. Didn't matter what it was. Didn't matter who I was supposed to kill. I got pretty good at it.
So...
I didn't care where I was going. Ended up mostly wandering east. Getting as far away from San Francisco as I could, maybe.
I hear you'll take care of people's problems. Is that right?
If you pay me.
Oh, we'll pay you. And,
I don't remember much from that time. It was almost always a bar, though. That's universal.
we pay you when the job's done. Is that okay?
That's the way you want to do it? So who do you want dead?
Well, it's like this. There's his family. Lives down the creek a ways.
Well, we seem to be getting closer. Try this next one.
Mr. Kellogg, I'm glad you decided to meet with me.
So, you're with the Institute. I wanted to see for myself if you really existed. The first synths weren't all that impressive. I'm good, but I'm not that good. But the Institute could always make more, and kept making them better each time. They still give me the creeps, but you have to get used to them if you want to work with the Institute. Sorts of rumors about the Institute. But I figured they were just a convenient boogeyman for anything bad that ever happened. They were real, all right. They didn't know anything about operating on the surface. Relied on their synths for everything. They had the resources I needed, and I had the expertise they needed. Turned into a permanent arrangement. Suited me just fine.
Getting warmer. One of these has got to tell us something. We're running out of brain here. There's one that looks mostly intact. Connecting now.
Manual override initiated. Cryogenic stasis suspended.
I was now the Institute's main operator in the Commonwealth. If they needed something done, they came to me. It wasn't usual for anybody from the Institute to come along on a mission, so this one stood out. I didn't know then who it. I never knew why we didn't just refreeze the rest of them. But we had our orders. I guess the old man didn't want so many loose ends. Too bad he left alive the one person he shouldn't have.
All computers are still working. That's good. Checking through the logs. Hopefully it's all...
Just find it.
Pod C6. Down the hall near the end.
This is the one.
The eggheads never liked taking orders from a dirty, contaminated degenerate like me. But they needed me, and I made sure they knew it.
Here.
Open it. Almost. Everything's going to be fine.
Come here. Come here, baby.
No. I've got him.
Let the boy go. I'm only going to tell you once.
I'm not giving you Sean!
God damn it. Get the kid out of here. Let's go. At least we still have the backup.
Cryogenic sequence reinitialized.
What's the holdup?
I'm almost finished, Kellogg. I just need to confirm. Come on. All right, we're good.
I'm sorry you had to go through that again. I found another intact memory. Whenever you're ready. Is that your son? This appears to be a very recent memory, so...
Wasn't my idea to settle down with the kid in the middle of Diamond City. I thought it was a terrible idea, actually. But it was one of the old man's pet projects, so here we were. Me and the kid. Like a happy little family. I ended up kind of liking it. A reminder of what my life might have been if things had turned out differently. But there's no going back. I knew it was just temporary. It'd be back to normal business before too long.
Oh boy. Piper's really done it this time.
This whole setup in Diamond City was part of some elaborate plan of the old man's. Seems obvious now that we were bait for our friend from the vault. Timing couldn't have been an accident. It's not how the old man works. I wonder if he outsmarted me in the end. Another loose end tied up.
I mean, I'm not saying she's right, but...
Manual override initiated. Cryogenic... Manual override initiated. Cryogenic stasis suspended.
I probably shouldn't have even,
Wasn't my idea to settle down with the kid in the middle of... This whole setup in Diamond City was part of some elaborate plan of the old man's. Seems obvious now that we were bait for our friend from the vault. Timing couldn't have been an accident. It's not how the old man works. I wonder if he outsmarted me in the end. Another loose end tied up.
Kellogg.
It's okay. One of these days you're gonna get your head blown off just barging in here like that.
Minimizing my exposure to civilians is a priority.
Forget I said anything. So what's the big crisis this time?
New orders for you. One of our scientists has left the Institute.
Left? As in?
He's gone rogue. Name's Dr. Brian Virgil. We know he's hiding somewhere in the glowing sea. Here's his file.
Wow. Some heads are gonna roll for this. Capture and return, or just elimination?
Elimination. He was working on a highly classified program.
No kidding. One of the top bioscience boys? Damn. So, I guess you're taking the kid back with you.
Affirmative. Your only mission is to locate and eliminate Virgil.
You're taking me home to my father?
Yes. Stand next to me and hold still.
Okay.
The new breed of synths could easily pass as human. Some of them did. But the coursers, they weren't built to blend in. They were killing machines, pure and simple. Smarter, stronger, and faster than almost any real human. I'm just glad they were always on my side.
X688, ready to relay with Sean.
Bye, Mr. Kellogg. I hope I see you again soon.
Bye.
Teleportation. Now it all
Hi,
makes
by the
sense.
way, today I downloaded
Nobody's found the
Fallout 4
entrance
and
to the
first it was okay,
Because
and
there
when
is
I
no
was about to
entrance.
like the game, guess what? I encountered
pull
the
you out of
creature
there.
Ghoul's Tea.
As soon as you're ready.
Kellogg.
It's okay. One of these days you're gonna get your head blown off just barging in here like that.
Minimizing my exposure to civilians is a priority.
Forget I said anything.
Slow movements, okay? I don't know what kind of side effects the procedure might have had. No one's ever done this before. How do you feel?
Next time I have to watch someone's life story, I want popcorn.
Well, if you're cognizant enough to joke, I think we can safely say that you're out of critical condition. Are you ready to talk about what happened in there?
There's more than one person who knows about the Institute. Virgil, that scientist who escaped.
I didn't know Institute scientists could defect. This changes everything. He could answer all sorts of questions. Where did the memory say he was? The glowing sea? That can't be right. No one would risk going there, not even to hide.
That's why he's there. To make the Institute think twice about following him.
That must be it. He's using the radiation and the glowing sea like a shield or a cloak, a way to throw them off and be at an advantage. If Virgil found a way to survive there, you'll have to do the same. If you're going to follow him.
How do I fight that much radiation, Doctor?
There are chemical compounds. Rad-X, Radaway. You'd need as much as you could carry. Maybe more. A sealed environment suit would be great, if you could find one. Or maybe one of those suits of power armor? That would be perfect.
Oh, I'm going in naked. Fingers crossed I get superpowers.
I know you're joking, but as a doctor, I feel obligated to remind you that unprotected radioactive exposure will only kill you. Dead. D-E-A-D. So be sure you find a way to get through there with your life intact. And good luck. By the way, I unplugged Mr. Valentine first. Removed the implant while you were waking up. He's waiting for you upstairs.
The memory den's not accepting new clients right now, sweetheart.
Nick.
Hope you got what you were looking for inside my head. I was right. I should have killed you when you were on ice.
You want to try for round 2? Let's go!
What? What are you talking about?
Wait. Were you just playing a joke on me?
I guess that's for you to wonder and for me and Kellogg's memories to know for sure. Anyway, I feel fine, so let's get going. Or I could head back to Diamond City, since you've got company already.
We have to head into the glowing sea. Any advice?
I'm a synth, so radiation isn't much of an issue for me, but an old suit of power armor might just be the guardian angel you're looking for. That, or you could buy up all the Rad-X and Rad-Away you can find from any chem dealer who's got it in stock.
There's something wrong with you, Nick. I don't want you with me.
I told you I'm fine. But I get it. Going through Kellogg's brain was a doozy for both of us. I'll be in Diamond City when you've had time to cool off.
Well, here's I guess it's a unexpected bit of news. I heard that a group of soldiers... Soldiers? Constabulary? What are we calling them now? Soldiers from the Brotherhood of Steel were spotted in the Commonwealth. Sounds like they were, well, they were kind of in trouble at the Cambridge police station. They were in pretty bad shape for a while. But the Vault Dweller showed up and gave them a hand. Or a gun. Or some. The Vault Dweller helped them, is what I'm trying to say. Guess they'll probably be on their way soon then. Right? Oh, we're gonna die! Oh! This is the ink spots. Inks, not the ink spots, but the ink spots. The spots of ink. The song is I Don't Want to Set the World on Fire, the ink spots.
You showed up just in the nick of time.
I didn't want you to have all the fun.
If that's what you call fun, I'm glad you're on our side. Anyway, we appreciate the help. Need to get back to Diamond City one of these days. Biggest town I ever saw. You know what I call a good day? One that ends without an empty stomach.
Bob Crosby, not Bing. I said. So, some recent activity in here, Diamond City that you might want to know about. I've heard some former residents of Diamond City. There was a house in
Hi, how are you?
West Stands, and there's a guy and a kid living there. And they didn't really bother anyone.
Don't much care for Goodman. That place is nothing but trouble.
I guess something funny about the whole thing. And I mean weird, not funny. I mean, I saw that. It looked scary. Well, I don't really know much more than that. But I guess if you see that guy or the kid that's living with him, you should tell Nick or the guards. Or both. I know you just can't get enough of that Roy Brown. I hope that's a good. Here's Roy Brown!
Out here, you gotta take things one day at a time. Huh? Can't remember the last time I had clean fingernails.
Yeah?
Hey.
Point the way.
Hope you ain't one of them synths here to spy on me.
Hey.
What you got from... So, you know, going over it in my head, that whole conversation we had where I pretty much said you were my only friend, did that sound nuts?
Yeah, it did sound kinda nuts.
Yeah, see, I was afraid of that. It's just been a long time since I've had someone like you in my life. Hell, might be I never did. I just wanted to say thanks. I really don't think I could ask for a better friend.
Thanks, Piper. That means a lot to me.
You're welcome. I just wish there was more I could do to show it, other than watching your back. And thanks, again, for hearing me out. You want to get moving?
Heads up.
You say the word.
Wait there.
Okay, I'll be here. You look like you could use a pick-me-up.
I need you to get out of your power armor.
You got it.
Oh boy, that's a lot of metal.
Heads up.
What can I...
That was Personality by Johnny Mercer. Well, here's a, I guess you'd say, unexpected bit of news. I heard that a group of soldiers, is it knights? Soldiers? Constabulary? What are we calling them now? Soldiers from the Brotherhood of Steel were spotted in the Commonwealth. Sounds like they were, well, they were kind of in trouble at the Cambridge police station. They were in pretty bad shape for a while. But then, the Vault Dweller showed up and gave them a hand. Or a gun. Or something. The Vault Dweller helped them, is what I'm trying to say. Guess they'll probably be on their way soon then. Right? Oh, we're gonna die! Oh! Now, oh, hey, let's play Worry, Worry, Worry by the Three Sons.
I do.
Yeah?
Let's trade some things.
Sure.
I don't think we've met yet. I wanted to personally thank you for giving us this opportunity. Anything specific you want me to do? I'm willing to pitch in anywhere you need.
I want to trade a few things.
Of course.
Shoot.
Hey, Piper.
Something up?
Oh, nothing.
Sure.
Look alive.
Hmm?
Piper.
Need something? All you gotta do is ask.
It's time we part ways.
If that's what you want, I'll just head on home. Gonna be dull without you.
look beautiful. Hairstyles from across the Commonwealth.
You see that big blimp? It's the Brotherhood of Steel. Why are they here?
Don't let down the home team. Buy a squatter.
I'm glad you're here. We got a new case while you and Nick were out. Ready to put on the detective hat?
The only thing I'm ready for is danger and awesome. Pew, pew, pew!
I'm afraid hard-earned caps is all we've got to offer, honey. Anyway, the client is a fisherman who lives on the edge of the Commonwealth. Kenji Nakano.
Nakano? Huh. That name takes me back. My memory's a little fuzzy on the details, though.
Maybe if you bothered writing things down, Nick.
Can't do that. Wouldn't want to put you out of a job.
Huh. I'll remember that the next time you need me to console a hysterical client. Mr. Nakano didn't leave many details. Said he'd go over everything when you meet him. But if you want my guess, missing person case. Guy had a worried look a mile long.
So, is the fedora and trench coat mandatory when solving these cases? Because I'm thinking smoking pipe and British accent.
Hey, whatever floats your boat, Gumshoe. The Nakano residence is up in the northeast, near the coast. A small fishing house. He said that he and his wife will be waiting for you.
It's a long walk. That's how the hard cases always start.
Nick.
Time to hit the road?
Let's head out.
Well, all right.
Be careful when you head over to the Nakano residence. Whole area is pretty isolated. I wonder what the story is between Mr. Nakano and Nick.
And that was Frankie Carl there. Well, I mean, I guess it was actually Marjorie Hughes doing the singing, but... never mind. Now here's another, it's some news about things in the world that have happened that, I don't know, maybe you hadn't already heard about.
Mr. Nakano seemed like a good sort, trying to make the best of things in a tough world.
People sang in the bar the other night.
Remind you of anyone?
There was a, what you call it? Well, I guess it was some sort of chems deal. Like, selling them or something, and it went bad. Gunshots. People dead. That whole shebang. It's unclear whether, I mean, no one knows if everyone involved is or not. Probably, though, that's usually how these things go.
Even good people do crazy things when they're scared. Ought to be diamonds.
Just another day in the Commonwealth, am I right? Right? That's the worst thing about asking that question. No one ever answers. So I always wonder if I'm right.
Move along, citizen.
This one,
This work site has gone 0 days without an incident.
That's a nice little setup. Wouldn't mind one of these at the agency. We should head over to the Nakano residence when we can. Find out what their case is about.
That was the ink spots with It's All Over But the Crime. Because that part, I've never... Well, stuff. I mean, the song ended around the crying.
What's that?
Hi, so, here's the update. That are happening. You know that big ship? Yes, that ship.
Playing hide and seek? guess it's safe for now.
What kind of things you ask? I wouldn't tell you. You stink. I've heard that they have over tickets to Mexico, break those places.
Not that it's an option.
Monsters? Monster fish? Maybe? I don't know. I think that. Not relevant. The Minutemen are there now. For everyone else too. Oh, yeah. How about Wayne Lee Harris, the grandma that gambled, I guess. So he wrote a song about it, and I'm not just talking about it. I'm going to play it. So here it is.
This isn't the kind of place I like to dawdle.
That song was Hold On, was by Three Sons. Well, unexpected. I heard that a group of soldiers
down a lot of rats sticking around here.
Soldiers from the Brotherhood of Steel spotted in the colony. Sounds like they were kind of involved in that.
Too many folks these days count on violence to solve their problems.
got some news. Well, more of a rumor, really. It's kind of like news. Without commitment. Anyway, it's about a vault. So there's that vault. It's number 81. It's closed on the left, right? Well, the rumor that
set up a franchise way out here? Someone's coming. You! Stop! Just here. just here. You saw him, right?
Next, well, I thought I'd play the ink spots with, maybe. I mean, that's what it's called.
Cleanse my soul of wretchedness. Give unto me your eternal fire.
State your purpose or be divided from us.
Holy ground? Adam? What's going on here?
Adam reached out and touched this world, bringing his glow to us. It remains to this day a reminder of his promise. Infinite worlds through division.
There wouldn't be a place I could resupply around here, would there?
You may seek Brother Ogden. He should have some provisions on offer.
This place.
This is where we commune with Adam himself. I am surprised you have survived long enough to reach it.
I mean you no harm, I swear.
Few make the effort to travel so far. Very well. You may stay for now. But know that we are watching. Violence will not be tolerated.
Do you have a moment?
What do you need of me, child?
I'm looking for someone named Virgil. Have you seen him?
Yes, I know of him. What do you want with him?
I need his help reaching the Institute.
I have heard of this institute. They hide themselves, trying to avoid the power of Adam. A futile effort. In truth, this Virgil has caused some concern. Some believe his presence is an affront to Adam. Though he came to trade with us on a few occasions, we have had little other contact with him. It was quite clear he wanted to be left alone. You can find him southwest of the crater, living in a cave. I would approach cautiously were I you. I feel he does not want visitors.